Hey, this is Linz, and you are watching Support the Scene.
Hey, this is Jade from Support the Scene. I'm here with another one of Vancouver's amazing, talented folk. Why don't you introduce yourselves to those who might not know you?
Hi guys, I am Ra. I am Vancouver's non-binary drag deity. My drag stems from an amalgamation of art, sex, and empowerment. I am a Desi performer and I like to empower Desi and brown folks and non-binary trans folks to feel powerful in their skin, in their color, and their sexuality.
And heck yeah, you do. I love it. You're definitely one of my favorite performers around town.
Thank you. You're such a sweetheart.
Now, how long have you been doing drag?
In terms of been doing drag, I started drag in late August 2021. So it's been over a year now. It's been a nice journey. Met a lot of amazing people like yourself. So it's been fulfilling.
Now, when you look back and you look back at like your first performance, how do you feel about the evolution?
Oh, there has been a lot of growth, I would say, in terms of the way I perform, the way I present myself, my overall aesthetic. My first time performing was like my signature number, Bad Romance, because it's a rah-rah song. But yeah, it was an amazing night. I had so much fun. It was a really amazing debut. But yeah, now that I look back at it, it still is one of my favorite performances, and I still feel it's really good. But yeah, my performance and my looks have definitely upgraded a lot since then.
Now, as you performed around town with so many different people, who were some of your favorites?
Some of my favorites, definitely one of my favorites is Jolene Queen Sloan, another brown trans folk. I love like performing with her. We are actually roommates. So sisters, supporting sisters, one of my favorites to perform with. I really like working with a lot of NB6 members like PM, amazing performer and amazing artist, and such a sweetheart backstage, and also people like Jerry Lynn Spears, who is like a phenomenal host. Like every time she walks on stage, the room just lights up. I like to like see all that, like all the different kind of like drag that we have in Vancouver. It's all inspiring, but all of these like people that are named like in specific, they are like super kind and amazing people on stage and off stage, and really amazing to work with.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I've really loved about Vancouver is that like you have so much different variety and different flavors. You can go out every night of the week and see completely different performances from different artists.
Yeah, that's what I really enjoy about Vancouver drag too. Unlike other places where they want to be the conventional like drag performers that people see on TV, for us it's more about originality and activism and what you can bring to the scene and to the community. So that is something that like really motivates you to do different things and to have a voice in the community.
Exactly. Now, speaking of that, how do you find, being a person of color coming into an industry that sometimes isn't as open as what everyone would think?
Yeah, so it was interesting starting up. Like, I do notice that, people of color are treated, like, not per se differently by the drag queens in the community, but more so by the audience. Like, it's the audience, like, giving preferences to the people who are not of color. And not because like Vancouver drag scene itself is very woke.
Mhm.
So like all the shows and all the hosts, we try to have like a very diverse cast with like a lot of like having representation of like kings and queens, people of color with non-people of color. So like it's like very mixed cast. It's like when it comes to the audience that like I see like some form of favoritism towards the queens who are not of color.
Totally. And definitely makes things challenging at times.
Yeah, it does. Like, but at the end of the day, like queen of colors have more impact on what like little amount of audience we have from our communities, because we can touch their lives, we can like inspire them and empower them. So that's what like makes it better, that we know even if we are able to connect with that one person in their life, that one person is gonna walk away from the show feeling like a different person.
I remember chatting with someone who had just gone to some events last season during the Pride season and whatnot, and they were telling me that it was the first time that they've seen someone of their skin tone up on a bigger stage, and they thought that was really cool. And they were like, "Wow, I didn't really even expect it to happen," and there it was. And I was like, I thought that was, stories like that just help, because a lot of people of color are pioneering the way, doing these first steps and doing, being on the front lines for a lot of things.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like a lot of the times I get to hear the story of people like after the show, and they would come up to me and be like, I never expected to see like an Indian queen like on the stage, like doing what you do. I never expected for someone of my skin tone to be there. So it's like it feels empowering, and it makes drag even more meaningful, and like drives me to do as much as I can and work as hard as I can to be more seen by these kind of people who will take this and like feel more confident in themselves.
Exactly. Now, speaking of that, you have some shows coming up. Tell me some details.
Yeah. So I have few shows lined up for November. November, I wanted to take a little bit chill, so I like picked up only few shows. One of the shows I'm doing is in Port Moody with our amazing host, Scarlett Rose. We have an amazing, diverse cast, and it's called Drag on a Row. It's very sexy, very scandalous. Think hot sluts moment. So I'm excited about that. And then we have another show, which is POC, mostly Indian community based, at Junction, midnight and 26th of November. It will be featuring me and Jolene, and then we will have a lot of amazing people like popping by to perform and like have a fun time.
Yeah, it should be an absolute blast. I will definitely be there for the 26th show. It will be so much fun. And so where can people find you on social media?
So on social media, you can follow me on Instagram at It's Only Raw, like ITSONLYRA, not RAW. It's the God of Sun, not the sex.
I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. Thanks so much for joining and sharing your stories. And all the links will be down below for everyone to check out. And please go hit up these shows, support the local drag community, and come and have a great time. It's going to be awesome. Hit that bell to be notified when we upload even more videos. And everyone have a great night. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll hang out soon.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. This is Support the Scene. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, follow, and share.